So, I'm going to start this episode off with something I saw on Joe Rogan's podcast. So, obviously, he commentates the UFC, and I'm a fan of the UFC.
Yeah.
And really, any fighting at all.
Yeah. Fighting in the bathroom included.
Sure. So, he had this guy on. I don't remember what the guy's name was, but he fought in this thing called Lethwei. That's like I'm going to pull up the rules of Lethwei. I think it's a Burmese thing.
Oh, jeez.
Wherever that's at. So, and it's like one of the most hardcore sports in the world. So, the rounds, 5 rounds of 3 minutes. You get 2 minutes of rest in between rounds. What it is like kickboxing.
Yeah.
Like, because like in normal kickboxing, you can have, it's just punches and kicks, and that's it.
Yeah.
But this is basically like kickboxing, but with elbows and headbutts. Yeah.
This is interesting.
So,
I don't know where this is at.
So this is all the permitted techniques, which
All
I
knee
mean
strikes,
everything's
all
pretty much the same
kicks,
as kickboxing.
Extensive sweeps and throws.
Extensive clinching.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what all that means, but this is interesting. So the only way that you can win a match is if you get knocked out, you get 2 minutes to like wake up again and come back.
Can they still beat you while you're down?
No, they can't beat you while you're down. Like once you get knocked out once, they stop it, and then if you choose to take your timeout, they give you you get 1 2-minute timeout for like recovery. So if you get knocked out, you have 2 minutes that they can like wake you up and bring you back to life, and then you can continue the fight. And then if you get knocked out again, then you lose. And you can't use your 2-minute timeout like in the 5th round, I think. But all the other rounds, if you get knocked out in the 1st round, your team has 2 minutes to like pull your body to the side and like wake you up, and then you can go back to fighting.
Oh shit. Could you imagine that? Getting knocked out 1st round and knowing you've got 4 more rounds left with this guy?
Let's see what else there was here.
Jeez.
I don't remember what else I was gonna show.
What kind of gloves does that guy got on?
No gloves.
None? None at all?
No, they wrap their hands like their wrists and like parts of their hand with gauze. I think just kind of like for support, but it's bare knuckle.
That'd be rough. That's real fighting.
Yeah, right here. If a knockout happens, a fighter can take a special 2-minute timeout to recover and choose whether he wishes to continue the bout. He may do so only once in a fight. Oh, and the only way to win is to knock the guy out pretty much twice. If both guys go all 5 rounds, it's a draw. Because there's no judges, there's no point system, there's no decision. If both guys go all 5 rounds, it's a draw.
So you just fought for no reason?
Pretty much. So you basically have to finish him twice.
Oh man, that sounds gruesome.
So,
how much is a plane ticket down there? Or over there, across there? Through the woods to Grandma's house we go.
I have no idea. But here is a video of a fight.
Oh man, you're actually gonna play this one?
Yeah. I've already got it pretty much marked where you can see. I want you to check this out. Okay, see that guy? He's out cold, right?
Yeah.
Now watch his teammates. They go pick him up.
They're rubbing on his head.
They're pulling his hair. You know, it gets even weirder. Just keep watching. So they drag his lifeless body off to the side.
Oh, he's like knocked out.
Oh yeah, he was knocked out cold. They dump water on him. And look at him, they're pulling his hair. And the best part comes here in a second. They got 2 minutes to bring him back to life, pretty much. Look at him. He's biting his ears. Because the pain will like bring him back.
Hey, he's back alive.
Well, they dumped like 6 gallons of cold water on him.
Hey, he's back up. He's a champ though.
He's biting his ears again.
He's gonna go back in here and knock this guy out.
I don't think this even shows the end of the fight, but
Oh.
No, that's just another fight. But is that not insane?
Oh, that's crazy.
Because okay, think about this. Whenever you get knocked out, or if you get knocked out,
I bet some of them pretend to be knocked out for the full 2 minutes just so they're out. They're like, nah, I'm done on that one.
I don't know. Because if you think like whenever you get knocked out, I mean that's brain damage for sure.
Yeah.
And if you get knocked out and then you have people just dumping water on you and just bring you back to life and then throw you back out there to get hit in the head more, can you imagine the amount of brain damage you're taking during
That'd
that?
be rough.
That'd be insane. Can you imagine you get knocked out, so they drag your lifeless body to the side, bring you back, and then you go out and get like kicked in the head a couple times?
Could you imagine getting knocked out, being revived, going back in just for the first punch to be another knockout?
Well, then you lose.
Oh, I mean, I know you lose, but you just got knocked out twice. I bet he'd have a sore head.
I wonder what the next day would be like. Like you'd
Not
wake up
getting out of bed.
You'd wake up that next day and you'd just feel like death.
Oh, 100%. Oh, that would be terrible. Ow, man. Getting knocked out twice, then trying to wake up the next morning, I'd just stay knocked out. I wouldn't wake up.
And then I think I'd have to look back over the rules, but I think
I gotta go back to middle school. I gotta make some new rules.
I think if you get knocked out at the very end of a round, because they get 2 minutes between each round, I think you still have the 2 minutes to come back for the next round. Like I don't think that counts as a knockout. So you could get knocked out like 3 times in one fight. That's like that takes a lot of like warrior spirit, pretty much.
Oh yeah,
to do
that's
that.
gruesome, man. That'd be rough.
I think that was the guy in the podcast. I think that's kind of what he was explaining. That like they do it for like the warrior spirit aspect of it or whatever.
I don't want to go be a warrior. I'm fine with who I am. What about you? You want to be a warrior?
Not that bad. No.
Nah.